Hey, hey, hey.
As soon as we get on camera, my nose start itching just so you can talk about me. But
And
welcome.
you know I was.
This is the second episode of our new show, Everyday Ish, where we just talk about the stuff we talk about on the phone all day. We have really good conversations, so we figure we bring it to the masses and see what you guys think, and you know, just have our conversations out in the open. Um, So let's talk about before we talk about Mary because that documentary was so deep. I wanted to talk about LaLa Anthony because I totally like missed the tea on that.
I'm going to need you to go on over. Well, you don't even need to go on over to Black Twitter because anything that happens in Twitter also filters over into the TikTok, to Facebook, to Google, to the bloggers, to everybody. But it all starts at Black Twitter. But that was here's my stand. My stand is once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't care. You can have there's that far and few in between where the man or the woman has cheated and they done been forgiven and live on happily ever after. But for the majority, that is not the case. They just hide their stuff a little better or starts cheating on a whole new level. And she should have left him alone from the first time.
Well, I didn't know about. I knew the first time he cheated. I didn't know he had a kid from that whole situation. Like when she left the first time, because I never heard anything else
Hmm.
about it. So like, we're first of all, when you said cheating on a whole new level, this level, like you cheated, had twins, and sent the woman off to England, right?
Right. To have the babies. Right.
Like,
Right.
sir,
And
you just
I think it also, you know how when stuff happens, when the rumor mill starts to go on or when gossip starts to happen, there are so many other things that are going on at the same time. So that one sort of was like, oh, Carmelo Anthony, he cheated. But see, their whole relationship, he was suspected of cheating. He was suspected of going out. He was suspected, it was all a suspicion, nothing really confirmed. So when it really came out that yes, he was, something else had already happened. I think it was like some Cardi B
you talking
and
about with
all the other.
the first time he cheated, right?
Right, right. That's what I'm talking about. The first time he cheated. So there were so many other things going on, and so in the entertainment world that was you know I think that was the cheating manifesto during that time. So it wasn't like it wasn't happening. Just that there was more relevant news that came out, or more jaw dropping news that came out. So you sort of forgot about Lala and Carmelo, and then they got back together. And then people seem to think that, oh, they got back together, so everything's all forgiven, everything's great in there. But me personally, behind closed doors, like I said, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Cheating and not using protection. Like you gotta cheat, okay, fine. But like you just out here road dogging these chicks, getting them pregnant, and then now you trying to hide the pregnancy, hide the woman. Like you doing too much. It's given like Lifetime movie husband. What is it? Snap trying to kill your wife vibes. Like what's going on? Like what is that
But
about?
then you
Flynn?
But some of these females out here too. They say some females. We know our females who come with their ish like, oh, I can't get pregnant, or they getting pregnant on purpose. He might have used protection, and she was like, huh, okay, yeah, let me get the condom out the trash and do a baste or turkey baste or something or whatever. But again, like there's his side, her side, the other girl's side, and then there's the truth. So
Well, the babies tell part of the story. You may not get the full truth, but the babies they tell give some insight into actually what the heck was going down. That is crazy. Like that totally like threw me for a minute. Like what the world? And then I also wanted to talk
look,
about.
I don't put
Go ahead.
I don't
What?
put nothing past these Insta famous and social media, as far as social media personalities and stars, when it comes to fidelity, infidelity in relationships. because when Super and Lou were together, there was that whole big old thing behind them where he got a girl pregnant, and she had met with both the girl that was pregnant by Lou, got with them, and Super had paid her $10,000 to have an abortion. And you ain't know about that?
I gotta get on Twitter. No, I thought.
Girl, this was on a blog. These were the bloggers. The one blogger, Louisiana blogger. What's his name? He has green hair. I can't think of his name, but
an underage girl.
That's this time. That's this time. The girl really wasn't underage, but that was this time. But the first time they broke up, it was because the first time it came out, they didn't even break up at that time. But there was the girl had went to tell her story and that's when Super had also had a lawsuit against the gossip site, taking him to court for defamation and everything like that. But he had the receipts from the girl saying, all the receipts from the girl and the correspondence from the girl and Super and Lou that they paid her to have an abortion. And the reason why she came out with her story, because Super had only paid half of it and didn't pay the other half. So that's when she was trying to air her story out, and her and Lou were having issues.
The abortion ain't $5,000. Did she ever get the abortion?
The abortion wasn't $5,000. I do believe she did get the abortion, but the money was to keep her quiet, to not say anything about what had happened. But when the second payment didn't come through, that's when she started going to the blog sites.
Wow.
And the gossip sites and everything like that. So, like I said, is it for me? Once a cheater, always a cheater. And those who are living in the light, being famous and all, they take it to a whole. They have to take it to a whole another level. They can't be, Cash App showing on the corner. They can't do things regular.
You gotta be raw dogging the side pieces either. Like, you could be a little smart. Like, what are you doing? Like, really? That's crazy. I wanted to talk about that condo that collapsed. Like, what's the tea with that? Like, it was no explosion, no mouth, nothing caught on. It just collapsed. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So with the engineers, that was really I don't know. Is that my phone cracking? Is it my phone? Remember when here in Philly? Remember when the Salvation Army on Chestnut Street, that building had collapsed?
Are you like on your hands free? Because every time you talk, it starts crackling. It's so hot out here. I don't know where you went, Miss Crystal. If y'all watching and y'all got the tea on the condo collapsing, comment and tell me what happened. I also want to do the drawing for our planners. If you're watching, I'll be doing that. I have to improvise. So I had all the names of all the people who signed up right here. And I'll be doing a drawing for that. And I'll be calling out your email if you win. So hopefully you're on and you're stay tuned. If she doesn't come back, I'll go ahead and do the drawing until she comes back. But while we're waiting, let's just hear a word from our sponsors.
I'm speechless. And I know that's hard. You're like, Crystal, speechless? Yes, I am speechless. I sent out an email about becoming a brand ambassador for Real Beautiful, and the response has been overwhelming. So
Still cracking.
I
What's
am
going on?
speechless. I want to thank everyone for responding. I will get to all of your emails as soon as I can. For those who did not receive an email, you can send your inquiry to info@gobeautiful.com, and in the subject line, you will put brand ambassador.
Oh, what's going on?
Are you looking to support a Black-owned brand or wanting to complicate your closet or accessories? Well, we have the perfect thing for you. Head over to www.
Hold up, guys. We'll be right